More and more officers with the RCMP are coming down with serious mental health problems. 3/4 of those cases involve post-traumatic stress. A lot of people are now saying the force is not doing enough to support officers who face traumatic situations on the job. Cameron McIntosh has more. He joins me live from Winnipeg. What are the figures, the numbers here, Cameron?
Well, so Hannah, the numbers we're looking at here actually come from Veterans Affairs, which actually administers stress claim programs for the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. And basically what they're saying is that over the last 5 years, the number of RCMP officers that have gone on a disability pension due to post-traumatic stress disorder has jumped from 1,077 to 2,176, so more than a doubling there. And similar numbers for RCMP officers that have taken a disability pension for just general mental health issues, jumping from 1,400 to 2,800 in that same 5-year span. So what accounts for that? Well, we asked several RCMP members who are currently out on these claims, or people that have actually left the force, and they say that they believe the numbers are actually higher. They describe a police force that they say has a culture that just has a hard time accepting stress as a on-the-job injury. We spoke with one RCMP constable, Christine Lasselle, who's been off the job now for 2 years. She spent a year working in a child pornography unit, and says that the stress of the job simply got to her. She became depressed, despondent, at one point even considered killing herself. She went to her supervisors to say, look, hey, I have a problem, I need help. She says that they really did nothing for her. Here she is in her own words.
I went to talk to someone and told them that, you know, honestly, I have no business carrying a gun on the street. Like, I'd reached that point, and I'd said, you know, I don't know what's going on with me anymore, but things aren't right, and I was left to walk out the door, and I worked another 3 months.
Now, interesting to note here that Christine Lasselle actually qualified for a program that was offered through the military that most RCMP officers qualify for. She says that through the RCMP, she was just never told that program was available to her, and wound up going and getting an independent assessment of PTSD. She's been off the job now for 2 years, pulling a full salary, still waiting for an answer from the RCMP as to what's going to happen to her next, but she's not counting on returning back to the force.
So what's being done then?
Well, the RCMP says it can't comment directly on a case like Christine Lasselle's, but says in a situation like that, what happened to her should not have happened. That help should have been offered to her. The RCMP brass itself admits that there is a culture change going on through the organization, and it says that it's kind of starting at the top down, that these cases need to be recognized and addressed. One thing it will say about those rising numbers, though, it views that as a positive, actually, saying that it believes that it's an indication that more people in the RCMP are taking the issue seriously and that there is now greater reporting of the problem.